ディオ。
ほう、向かってくるのか。逃げずにこのディオに近づいてくるのか。せっかく祖父のジョセフが私のザワールドの正体を試験終了チャイム直前まで問題を解いている受験生のような必死こいた気分で教えてくれたというのに。
近づかなきゃてめえをぶちのめせないんでな。
ほほう、では十分近づくがいい。呪い呪い、ザワールドは最強のスタンド。
Hello! Welcome to Slay or Nay, the review series that puts the gay in gaming. I'm Jetski, and yes, I am hosting. Today we're looking at Pokemon Violet and not Scarlet for reasons.
Oh no, he's hot!
As you might know, the newest Pokemon games caught a lot of heat online because of all the performance issues and all the bugs.
Girlfriend, stop! Get back in the car! You come back here!
While I personally didn't experience all that many bugs, I did experience the performance issues. When you start the game itself, it's hard to focus on anything other than the bugs and the performance issues. Pokemon games have always had annoyingly slow tutorials, but when you're fighting performance issues the whole time and avoiding bugs, it's really all you can focus on, and that makes it just not fun to play. But when the world opens up, I ended up having a ton of fun. Open world games often have like a horse or something that you can ride around on. And in this game, they took the unique approach of having the ride Pokemon be the box legendary, which I thought was pretty cool. You get to like form a bond with the ride Pokemon, and it's very much giving Horse Girl, but I like it. The open world is super fun and easy to get lost in. You can just walk around, find cool new Pokemon, and you get to see all the Pokemon in the overworld, which is a massive slay. In every Pokemon game, there's usually 3 elements that are common throughout the whole thing. You have the gym leader battles, trying to get all 8 badges, beat the Elite Four, blah, 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 blah. You also always have a storyline with the enemy team, which in this case is Team Star, who used to be part of your academy, but then left because of bullying and then came back as a bully. Something, whatever. And then the third thing is a plot line with the legendary Pokemon, which in this case follows the Titans.
What? Oh. Okay.
No, not those Titans. The plot is actually pretty good for a Pokemon game. They usually aren't too in-depth. It's usually just fight all the gym leaders and the Elite Four, then fight your rival, and then it's over. But this time, all of the characters actually have some sort of personality. Like, Nemona is super fun. She is your annoying friend rival person, but she just wants to battle. That's her only goal in life, is just to battle. She's basically Goku, which is honestly kind of a serve. Then you have Arvin, who is basically Joseph Joestar with more daddy issues. Let me give you a taste of what we can do! Go ahead. He did the pose! He did the pose! And finally, Penny is much needed representation for she-theys who played flute in high school. By the end of the game, the characters actually feel like a team. And that isn't something that usually happens in Pokemon games. I was pretty blown away by the plot. The group works together in shonen anime fashion to help Arvin finally deal with his daddy issues after years of being ignored. Who could possibly complain about a landing like that? That is good. Why is that actually? Arvin also has a plot line where he takes care of an elderly dog, which warms my cold, dead heart. And Penny has a story about overcoming bullying, which is fine or whatever, but I think she should have been bullied just a little bit harder. It's cool to see all three of the main NPCs roast each other when you make your way to the end of Area Zero. It adds a lot of personality to a game franchise that has been sorely lacking in that area in the past. The plot definitely slays the house down Boots' hunty mama compared to previous games. Another slay is that shiny hunting is a lot easier. You're gonna see tons of shinies because you could just run into so many more Pokemon because they're all spawning in the overworld. One downside of that is that it doesn't make like an audio cue like it did in Pokemon Legends Arceus. You have to just have a keen eye for the shiny Pokemon, and if there's two Pokemon that look exactly alike, shiny and regular, good luck. Raid battles are kind of a new mechanic from this. In Sword and Shield, every individual trainer had like X amount of time to do their turn before it went to the next person, and it just felt like it took forever. But in this game, you actually end up doing all of your turns at the same time. And also they have event raids, which I haven't done any, so I can't really speak on that. But everyone's talking about the Charizard raid and how they liked it, so take from that what you will. In terms of cosmetics, this game is a little lackluster. They have a decent variety of like hats and socks.
What are those?
They are my
Socks and shoes and bags, I guess. But they only give you 4 base options for like your whole main outfit. Like you don't get to customize your shirt and your pants and jacket, etc. You only get 4 options. They write around this by saying that it's like your academy uniform. I'd rather just be able to have full clothes. I get that there's a reason for it, but the cosmetics are a little bit of a nay. But everyone knows that the main draw of a new Pokemon game is the Pokemon. With a new generation comes new designs, and that's why it's time for the reading challenge.
Get ready to visit the library, darling. Because reading is what? Fundamental. That's right. That's right.
Palmy, I'm truly amazed that you can mash 2 iconic designs together and have it come out so boring and uninspired. Greavard and Houndstone. Now, I've never seen the show, but
Full Metal Alchemist. Full Metal Alchemist.
Fuecoco. I have nothing. You go, Fuecoco.
Taylor Zimmerman, 2 for you. Glen Coco, 4 for you, Glen Coco. You go, Glen Coco. And Caddy Heron. Do we have a Caddy Heron here?
It's Katie.
Oh, Katie, here you go. 1 for you. And none for Gretchen Wieners. Bye.
Oinkalone. You may look adorable, but we all know you're a nasty pig. Tandemouse. If you give a mouse a cookie, it won't be able to eat it because it only has 1 tooth. Golden Go. If Applejack's commercials were queer-coded, you still wouldn't get the gig. Scovillain. 2 heads are supposed to be better than 1, but if it burns, maybe go see a doctor. Tinkaton. Twinkaton. Farigiraf.
And
You are 1 dyslexic reader away from getting canceled. Espathra.
Calling all barbs, calling all barbs.
The Paradox Pokemon.
Oh my god, I can't believe it's really you. Megatron. Robo bitch. Mega
you better walk that dog.
And finally, Miraidon and Koraidon. Honestly, she ate sandwiches. Many sandwiches.
She ate. I'd be like, honestly, work.
It's time to answer the question. Is Pokemon Violet a slay, a nay, or just okay? 1 game, stands before me. While Pokemon Violet's gameplay and characters are a fresh approach to the series, they're nothing without the proper execution. With that said, I've reached a verdict. Pokemon Violet is a 7 out of 10. I'm deeming it a chaotic twink. Given time to mature, it could turn into a wonderful member of the gaming community. But in its current state, it's just not reaching its full potential. If the dev team had another year to work on it, it could have been the very best Pokemon game, like no one ever was. I really liked Pokemon Violet. I just wish I could have liked it a little bit more. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and check out my Twitch where I play these games live. My question for you is, who's on your team? Let me guess. All fairy types? Let me know in the comments. Next up on my list of games to review is God of War Ragnarok for Kratos' bulging personality. So keep an eye out for that. Bye, gay.